And then I heard Grant say, if one customer is upsetting you, you don't have enough customers. Bam! I was like, you're right. See, again, I don't hate Grant because he's more successful than me. I am inspired by Grant because he's more successful than me. Grant Cardone is under some heat, and what we're doing today is something very different. When you think of Grant Cardone, you see a lot of flack on the internet. You see a lot of headlines. You see a lot of clickbait. You see a lot of negative things. Grant Cardone has been so influential in my life, not just in my real estate investing career, my entrepreneurial career, and just my like spirituality, like journey as an entrepreneur, as a man, as a human being. So we're doing a video today about Grant Cardone, and we're saying thank you to Grant Cardone. We're showing love and appreciation to Grant Cardone. We're paying homage. Is that how you say it? Homage?
Homage.
We're paying homage to Uncle G today. I don't get it, man. And I get it. Like, you know, when people hate, they hate themselves. But I say this to my wife all the time. This guy's helped me so much, and he puts out so much content for years and years and years, since before social media was a thing. And people just say so much negative crap about him. So we wanted to do something good. And one of his right-hand guys, Jared, does follow me on Instagram. So I might try to tag Jared in this. And Grant, if Grant, you see this, man, thank you again so much for all you've done in my life. But whether he sees it or not, we just want to put some good vibes out there for Uncle G. That's what we're trying to do today. So what I want to do here, guys, is share with you some of the top lessons I've learned and teach it back to you so you can learn it. You know, knowledge is all a transference thing. Like nothing's original, right? Like everything I teach you guys, like I didn't come up with. Someone taught it to me, or I learned it somewhere, and then I transfer it to you, and then we transfer it on. That's the beauty of it. How I first found out about Grant Cardone was, dude, I was broke. I didn't have money. I was working at Lifetime Fitness as a registered dietitian, 100% commission, and I didn't have resources. And when we don't have resources, we have to get resourceful. I couldn't go pay Grant Cardone for coaching back then, well, whatever he would have charged back then. I couldn't even pay my first mentor at that time, Bedros, who actually also knows Grant Cardone. So I went to YouTube and I put in how to sell, how to negotiate, and Grant Cardone comes up, and it is just free video after free video. Now, obviously he sold things, and then you know what? What's wrong with selling anything? Because people say, oh, you trying to sell your course? What's fucking wrong with selling a course? I've sold thousands of courses in the telehealth space. What's wrong with selling your knowledge to help people? That's a good thing. Those are good people trying to do that. But Grant put out so much free knowledge. And my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, she's like, you got to go follow this guy. I read his story on some magazine article, and it said he lost his dad early on. Him and his mother and his siblings, they got foreclosed on. They lost their home, and now he became this huge success. And he would, you know, study books and all these things in his downtime. She's like, just like you do. And I'm like, oh my God, this is Grant Cardone. I'm like, I'm already following him because I lost my mother early on, and we almost lost our home. It was foreclosed on. It was kind of the opposite. Grant's father passed away. They almost lost their home. His mother had to sell the home. They went through financial trouble. I lost my mother. We almost lost our home. We went through financial trouble. So I can relate to him on that. So that's how I found him. And that's, again, where the gratitude is. Full transparency. I've never paid Grant $1. I've never gone to a 10X conference. I've bought the books, you know, for 15, 20 bucks. I've received millions of dollars of value from him. So this little video we can do, if this can help some people and help them find Grant and learn some things, is the least we can do. So I've got 5 key lessons I've learned from Grant Cardone, and you want to stick with us to the end because the last one is going to be the best one. But the first key thing I learned from Grant Cardone is promote it or demote it. If you are not, it doesn't matter what you do. And I get into this like debate a lot in the real estate space, real estate investors. They all say, Nick, they're like, I don't have money. I need more money to go do deals. And I'm like, are you going on social media talking about the deals you have done? No, I don't have time for that. Well, if you don't promote it, you're demoting it. Meaning if you're not on social media for free, the barrier to entry is 0. You create an account, you put in an email, you get free marketing. Promoting what you're doing. If you're a real estate agent, talking about your deals. If you're a fix and flipper, talking about your flips. Showing the process, write this down, document, don't create. Showing the process of you doing the work, right? Sharing your successes, sharing your victories. I share my successes on social media. I also share my failures, but I share my successes. I share my wins. We just sold a property for $1.395 million, paid $900,000 for it. I share that. People call that bragging. Okay, so the Super Bowl just wrapped up here. You think the Kansas City Chiefs aren't going to wear their Super Bowl rings all around? They're promoting their success. Why do we feel uncomfortable promoting our success? Don't be humble. Brag about what you've done, but do it in a way to help other people. So that was one of the biggest lessons lessons I've learned from him because he's a master of promotion. Every deal Grant does, he says is the best deal. It's the best deal I've ever done. He's a master salesman, and that's a good thing. I love that when I watch that from him. I try to emulate that from Grant. That's another thing. He doesn't apologize for who he is. He doesn't apologize for his success. And I absolutely love that.
I feel like another part about promoting your successes is it allows you this timeline to look back into and kind of realize where you started and where you're going and where you're at today. And I think that's a really empowering thing for a lot of people.
Dude, I love that you said that. I went back on Grant's YouTube and I hit oldest because you can hit oldest. Yep. I watched his first videos. They're so blurry because it was like VHSs that they uploaded. But that's it too. You can see the journey. And then that's why I don't understand how people hate this guy, because you watch his journey unfold over the last 20 years on the internet, 15 years, whatever. And that leads me to my next point, that if people don't know you, they can't flow you. Again, these are Grant-isms, I guess you could say. And again, huge appreciation to Robert Martinez, who is a coach and mentor for my wife and I with apartments. He works very closely with Grant. So I've learned some things too by way of Robert. But if people don't know you, they can't flow you. Back to, I think about like the real estate space, right? People want investors. People want more clients if you're a real estate agent. If people don't know who you are, how are they ever going to do business with you? Another way of saying this is the more hands you shake, the more money you make. And yeah, you can do networking. And this is like a Midwest thing. I feel like the Midwesterners struggle with this. It's like, well, I went to a networking thing, but that's just the 30 people in Plymouth, Michigan that know you. What about the people in California? What about the people in Texas? Like our brokerage at the Stephan Group, we get so many out-of-state investors who want to invest in Michigan. Why? Because of social media, because of YouTube, because of podcasts, because of Instagram and Facebook. I'm not just focused on, okay, let me go to this little luncheon here with 15 people and I already know 5 of them. You got to think bigger than that. And that's, again, the power of social media. How many people can know you? And when they know you, like you, and trust you, they want to do business with you.
We were talking a little bit before this all started, and you kind of said, you can't get rich going slow, Tony. I mean, it's so true.
Yeah. And I'm actually going to tie 2 of the lessons in together here. Okay. So there's another Grant lesson. You can't get rich going slow. And this very specifically for real estate investing, 4 units is harder to manage than 56 units. Okay. And let me break this down. People give Grant so much hate because he says, skip the small stuff and go big. And I can't tell you the countless YouTube videos that I've watched. There's this guy, Kevin, who ran for like governor of California. Meet Kevin. This is going to be like a pro Grant Cardone video, hate on everyone else video. I don't want it to be that way, but meet Kevin. He did all these videos about why Grant Cardone's a liar. And then because Kevin was like, go buy small houses, and Grant's like, go buy bigger ones. I've owned everything from houses to duplexes to fourplexes to 56 units. Grant's right. It is harder to manage 4 units than 56 units. Now, I will say you got to start where you can start. And when I got started, I could only start with a house. That's just what made sense to me. I was too afraid to go to a 56 unit. If you're watching this and you can only start in a house, I'm not discouraging you. I'm applauding you because imperfect action beats standing still, and action cures anxiety. But I will tell you, if you start with a house, then fix it up, add value, trade it for a 4, fix it up, add value, do what I do, the value add strategy, the BRRRR strategy, right? Buy, rehab, rent it out, refinance it, and then repeat the process. Everyone's goal is to get into bigger assets, because let's just break down a 4 versus a 56. 4 units, 4 people paying rent. It is snowing right now in Michigan. And you know what I saw on the way here, Nick? Snowplows. And you know what I think as an owner and apartment operator? God damn it, because I got to pay for the fucking snow to get shoveled today. In apartment complexes, it doesn't matter if it's 4 or 400, you're paying for the snow, or you're going there and doing it. But that's a job, not a business. If you're owning real estate as a business, you can't treat it like a job. So I'm paying for the snow plow to go for the 4 unit and the 56 unit. But which one has more income to cover that expense? 56 units. If I'm getting $1,000 of rent at each, I'm getting $4,000 versus $56,000. Which one has a manager living on site? My 56 unit. When I own 4 units, I can't pay for a manager to be there. That means I have 3 people paying rent. It's just harder.
What about vacancy?
If 2 people, thank you. If 2 people move out, Nick's been listening, guys. If 2 people move out on 4 units, you're 50% vacant. I think we have 1 vacant at our 56 unit right now. I don't even feel it. 8 people can move out. I still pay all my bills. It's just harder, guys. He is right with that. Now, I disagree. Don't on the little guy, for lack of better expression, because I started there too. We all start small, but our goal is to trade into the biggest asset we can get, because the biggest asset protects us, which leads me to my next Grant Cardone rule. The worst number in business is 1. And this really hit me in my first business. I remember this gal we worked with in the telehealth space. I did coaching, education, consulting in the telehealth space, mainly for dietitians, nurses, fitness coaches. And this girl, Nick, she just popped off one day. She left the program. 6 months later, wrote me like you ever get like a breakup text? Probably not, Nick, because you're a savvy guy. But you get a breakup text and you get like an angry emotional text and it's just pages long. And I'm not like saying women do this, guys do this too. And you're just like, holy fuck, like I'm just trying to decide. That's what she sent me on Instagram at 3 a.m. Weird. And I remember being so upset, dude. So upset. Like I poured into this person. How dare she say all these things, blah, blah, blah. She didn't get the results. I was pissed off for like 3 days. And then I heard Grant say, if one customer is upsetting you, you don't have enough customers. Bam! I was like, you're right. See, again, I don't hate Grant because he's more successful than me. I'm inspired by Grant because he's more successful than me. And I say, you know what? If good-looking Italian guy from Louisiana can do it, then my Italian ass from Michigan can do it. And that's why comparison is good to other people, because you compare to someone else's success and you get motivated. If you truly are unhappy inside, you compare to someone else's success and become demotivated. So when he said that, I was like, you're right, Grant. The worst number in business is one customer, one way to get leads, one way to make money, one exit. How do I make money in this deal? I only have one exit. I have to sell it. It's the worst number because the only constant in business is change. And when that one thing changes, and it will, what do you do then? And back to one tenant. So if you own a single family home and one tenant moves out, you're 100% vacant. I own a 16 unit, one person moves out, I'm good. I can pay my bills. So just be aware of that. That's where Grant is trying to say, and that's where I'm trying to say, the bigger the asset, the more protection. Because the more income streams, again, I own a 56 unit and I still own a single family home rental. I still have 4. We're selling one right now. 56 units has 56 income streams. One unit has one income stream. You can't argue that. Now, I'm not knocking you if you're starting there, but you can't argue that it's riskier. It is riskier to own one home than a larger apartment.
One thing that you didn't mention in this too is one owner operator of a business, right? So you have to know when to scale.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head. One employee, one team member. That's why we always say in our business, we hire skill sets, not the role. Because and this is like a leadership management thing, so thank you for bringing this up. If I have one property manager and she had a great skill set and I don't have systems and protocols that I own, right? Because a business is you create a system and people work the system. If she owns the system in her head and she just knows what she's doing and I hire her and I say, okay, I just trust Susie, the property manager. And one day she goes, you know what? I found a better job. All relationships come to an end. All relationships come to an end. Always remember that. And she goes, takes a different job. I'm fucked because I've relied on one person. I had no systems and protocols in place. Now she's gone. She took the whole system because I never owned the system. She owned it. She created the system in her head. I'm screwed. That's why we've learned too, when we hire for a role, we hire 2 people because we know one might not pan out. So we've at least got the other one. So huge tip. All right, wrapping up our last few points here. So, hey guys, is this valuable? Do you agree with us about Grant Cardone? Do you like Grant Cardone? Do you not like Grant Cardone? If not, that's okay. But comment below. Let us know. Let us know your opinion on Grant or me, and right, not everyone likes me. That's okay, but why? Why do you or do you not vibe with what we're saying here? Leave a comment below. Quitters are the only haters, and I applaud Grant. It's got to be tough opening up your phone and reading headlines about you negatively, right? You have to be very self-assured. And something else, I don't know, Nick, if you noticed this too, his children, his youngest daughter, who's, young, 12, 13, 14, I don't know. She's doing a bunch of content and I like it. It's good content, but you read the comments, daddy's money, like just evil things to like a girl, like a young girl, man. But these people who hate are the quitters, are the people who are unsatisfied in their lives, are the people who are unfulfilled. You can only give what you have. And when you hate yourself, that's all you're capable of giving. When you love yourself, when you're fulfilled, when you are successful, when you have a great health, great bank account, great marriage, great friendships, you radiate happiness. So if you spot it, you got it. So if you point out to others, oh, he's this or she's this or blah, blah, and this goes for anyone. It's you. Life is a mirror, not a window, meaning what you see is what you are, right? So, because I get it all the time. We're going to do a video where we talk about all the comments. We get these like just wild comments. If you have the time and the energy to go on the internet and type things hateful about someone you've never met, I just challenge you. What's that say about you?
Haters are also non-starters from my experience.
Exactly.
They didn't even start.
They quit by not even starting, or they gave up early on. And if you're listening to this and you're putting yourself out there and you're getting some of this pushback, just keep going, dude. I can't tell you the countless times I've had people be negative to me. Years later, they come back and they send you the message. I've been watching. So inspirational. I want to do what you're doing. Just keep going. But just remember that quitters are the only haters. Last point that I wanted to touch on, and this was just a personal thing. I really appreciate Grant sharing this because I've always felt in a rush in my life. And I've talked about this in therapy. I've talked about this with my own mentors, like my coach Bedros, and he always kind of like chuckles, you know. He always called me an old soul, you know, because I always felt like in a hurry to get to where I want want to go. And like, I can't waste time. And Grant said this on a recent interview. When you lose your parents early on, you realize how finite time is and you're in a rush. And he said he felt that way. And I just felt that and I really resonated with that. And maybe you're watching this, you've lost someone, you know, early on, you went through adversity, you went through struggle. And you're like, why do I always feel like, I posted this on my social. I recently sold a property and, you know, I had a great payday. I couldn't stop and smell the roses. I just was like, but how do I go do this again and bigger? And how do I, you know? So I've always felt this friction of like accomplishment, but like always striving to do more and always striving to go to the next and the next and the next. And when Grant said that, I kind of understood why. It doesn't change it. I wake up with like anxiety, dude. I wake up and I hate that word anxiety. My therapist told me it's okay, but I don't know. But I wake up like gun to my head, like go, 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 go. I don't know how people can just like sit around. You know, I don't know. It's weird. You know, even today, I'm like, I felt so anxious. I'm like, I gotta get there like 10 minutes early and like, I got so much. I'm like, oh dude, I'm just filming a YouTube video. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. When he said that, I really appreciated that. So maybe if you're an entrepreneur and you feel that way too, hey, maybe we're okay. You know, maybe that's normal. Maybe we're just really meant to do big things. And that's why, you know, we understand life is finite. Even if we live 100 years, 33 now, so 33% of the way gone. That's what I got, man. If you guys enjoyed this, let us know. What was your favorite tip? Let me know your comments. Let me know your feedback. Let me know. But those are the top things I've learned from Uncle G, Grant Cardone. Grant, if you ever see this, thank you. If you don't see it, that's okay too. Just putting some good energy out there. Keep doing what you're doing, man. People like me, people like Nick, people like my wife, we appreciate you. So thank you. All right. So if you enjoyed today's episode, we want to hear from you. We want to get your feedback. I love when we get comments. I love when we get feedback. I hate just doing a video and not hearing from you. So here's what I want you to do. Number one, drop a comment. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you want to see more of? What are your thoughts? If you have any questions, put them below. If you notice, guys, I respond to all of my comments personally, and I'm always going to do that. So drop a comment below. Be sure to like the video because it helps us get to more people on YouTube. Be sure to share the video if it's helpful. Please just share it with a friend. That would be a huge value add to us. I have a couple free resources for you. Number one, you want to learn more about wealth creation, the mindset around wealth, how I went from working in my business, building a business, to investing into real estate, all from starting from scratch with food stamps, Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Get my book. It's called The New Rules to Financial Freedom. It sells for $19 on Amazon, but you can get it for a free digital download by clicking the link in the description. If you want to learn more specifically about real estate investing, the BRRRR strategy, how we've grown our portfolio, I have a free masterclass that people pay $3,000 to come live in person in California to learn in person with me teaching that room, but you can get that masterclass for absolutely free by clicking the link below. Finally, if you want to invest into real estate in Michigan, and maybe you're from Michigan, maybe you're not from Michigan, or you want to learn more about our brokerage, the Stephan Group, and either have joined our team as an agent, invested with real estate, or have us help you get into cash flow producing real estate, click the link below, Stephan Group Real Estate, fill out that quick expression of interest form. Someone on our team will reach out to you, set up a call, learn more about you and your goals, see how we can add value to you. Until our next episode, thank you so much for being here. We'll talk soon. Thanks.